So, hello everybody, welcome to the We Need to Talk About stream, and today, or not stream, god damn it. Hello everybody, welcome to the We Need to Talk About podcast, a TF2 podcast where we need to talk about stuff, I guess. And today, I have a very special guest, Rydercycle.
Hello. I got nothing funny.
Yeah, I mean, no one's ever got a catchphrase. And yeah, so today we're going to talk about the drought of content that TF2 is in the middle of right now. And I guess I'll just kick this off by saying, like, especially as a content creator, this sucks. It really sucks. You just stare at TF2 and you're like, okay, who am I copying today?
I feel you there. I mean, at the same time, there's a ton of shit like that. There's still room to make, but it's just kind of like starting to get stale. I don't know about you, but like just playing the game, it's kind of like same shit, different smell, you know?
Yeah, I've been playing TF2 less and less the more I've been, like, I recently bought a couple Fallout games and I've just been playing those, and TF2 I play it now and it's just like there's always some shit that happens where it's like, oh cool, I want to play it less now. Yeah,
I feel you there. I usually play like probably one round a day, maybe, just so I can like stay fresh, but like usually I play more like GTA or something different, you know?
Yeah, something to just
something more fresh.
Yeah, and it's just like it's tough because it's like especially if you're someone like me who has a bit of a reputation for taking quote unquote inspiration from other people. Back when I started, I wasn't really asking for permission, so people usually just are like, ah, you're copying him. It's like, oh, okay, cool. And so, like, now when I think of an idea, I'm like, okay, first I gotta look this up on YouTube, see if anyone else did it. Oh, look, Soundsmith did it. Shit.
Simpsons did it.
Simpsons. Soundsmith is the Simpsons of TF2.
Yeah, it is. I mean, kinda. I mean, Soundsmith's a cool guy, though. Like, I wouldn't...
Yeah, well, it was just, I got really mad when I did my Force of Nature video. I literally finished all the editing, and then I saw that Soundsmith had made a video about the Force of Nature. I'm like, are you God damn it. People are gonna think I'm copying him now because I made a video about the Force of Nature. It's...
Yeah, I will say that too. The community is a little quick to make judgments. Sometimes, like, a video will come out the day after someone else made a video on it, but you gotta remember, ideas can form anywhere from like a month in advance, because you gotta take time to sit down, refine it, and create it, you know?
Yeah, like, I worked on that Force of Nature script like longer than that Soundsmith video had been up, so like, I obviously came up with it on my own, and then it just happened to also come to fruition that Soundsmith had the exact same idea, you know?
Well, I mean, like, you know, great minds think alike and stuff, that's
I wouldn't consider my mind very great, but...
Alright, well, semi-decent minds think alike then.
Barely functioning. Yeah, but, I mean, like, I wanted to make a video about, like, Fallout or something, but I know that no one would ever watch it, because I remember I uploaded a video about Call of Duty World at War where I was playing zombies with my friends, and I spent, like, a long time editing it and stuff, and I liked it. There was even parts where I edited the audio to the point where it was like stereo, where I switched the audio to different places depending on perspective. I thought I worked pretty hard on it, but no one watched it. It's still sitting below 2K views. And I remember when you've started doing stuff other than TF2 for a while there, you had the same problem, except for that Hotline Miami facts video.
Yeah, some of my Hotline Miami stuff did well, but that's just because, like, I've been a little bit in the Hotline Miami community before, like, doing YouTube, so, like, I have slight following there, but like all my non-TF2 stuff besides that is just very, very hard to get any sort of like following from. You know, it's just people, the TF2 community is very passionate, but only around TF2. So like as soon as they start to see a possible threat that you're leaving or something like that, usually that energy turns into like toxicity pretty quick.
Yeah, and it's making it really tough. Like now, like that toxicity is getting more attention from like video game news outlets, and like now there's just more and more. Like apparently there's this thing that's going on with Banny right now, where he said some shit, and now everyone's losing their minds.
Really? What did Banny do?
I don't know. Apparently he said something, and everyone's upset about it.
Oh well, like I mean, as long as I know him, the guy's always been kind of an ass. I wouldn't say he's bad guy, but I would say that like I wouldn't agree with him. Not someone I'd want to sit
It
down
is
and have a beer with.
banny, so
Yeah.
it is banny.
True.
And and yeah, so like and now there's like news outlets covering TF2, but not in a positive light. It's just like, oh, look how toxic TF2's community is, and it's like, oh, cool.
Yeah, but I will say it's better than Overwatch's community, without a doubt.
That's exactly what I said when people were pointing that out to me. Like, at least we're not Overwatch.
Yeah, Overwatch community is more very focused on winning, which I'm fearing the TF2 community is starting to become like that. But at this very moment, it's not that bad.
I have a really quick story about Overwatch, my experience, and how I realized like how toxic the game is. You played Overwatch, right?
Oh yeah, from time to time.
Yeah. And you know, like if you don't get into a match, they throw you know like this fake match that you know you have unlimited lives and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And nothing really matters, obviously. It's just a little thing that you can like. It's like the only time you ever see friendlies in Overwatch.
Oh yeah.
But during one of those things, it's like what's it, like a skirmish, right?
Yeah, it's a skirmish.
Yeah, so during a skirmish, I decided to go Mercy because it's a skirmish, so it's like, who cares? But someone who on the other team was playing as Lucio, and he just absolutely destroyed me, and he said in chat, "Get good." Like, get wrecked, get good. It didn't feel ironic, so it was like, he was just being legit there, like
legit, like you're playing Mercy, and I'm playing Lucio, and I whooped your ass in a fucking skirmish.
Yeah, exactly. And he's just like, get good. It's like, oh god. Like, that was the second I was like, you know what? I'm now only gonna play Overwatch for like PvE stuff.
Yeah, I mean, Overwatch is fun, but like you really gotta be in the mood for it. It's gotta like, you gotta sit down and you're like, alright, I'm okay with the toxicity because the core game of it is fun. But it's everyone's so super focused about winning and doing good that you don't have a lot of room to like be different or just have fun, you know?
Yeah, and that's the worst part. I feel like TF2's teetering on the edge of that.
TF2 is really starting to get there. That's why I want to see people in casual that are like upset that they're not winning. It's like, dude, what the fuck? There's no point.
It's ever since they added ranks.
Yep.
You know,
Ever since they added the whole ranking system, there's no point to being ranked. There's no point. You don't get anything from it. Yet people are so focused on ranking up.
Yeah, like it was just like an attempt to modernize TF2, but then it like immediately had the negative downside of everyone now suddenly having this artificial sense of needing to win in their minds.
Yeah, and honestly, if there's a way to, it's like on the line. Like if you could either make it like Overwatch, make it so there's a point to winning, or just get rid of the entire system because it's worthless. You know?
Yeah, but I guess everyone's like, oh, make it have a more incentive to level up and stuff. But it's like, if they add an incentive, then like more toxicity is gonna show up.
No, I mean I agree with you there, but it's still an option. I think. Like I'd rather that than just its current state.
What sucks is like the only like thing I can think of to fix any of this is also probably like the worst idea ever, and that's just to like bring back quick play.
Quick play, no, that's like the best solution right now. Bring quick play back, absolutely.
Well, the reason why I say this is a bad idea is because let's say we were like to bring that quick play as like a separate game mode, like or like a separate like game set from casual.
Oh, well,
so
that's
like
the thing. You gotta replace casual with it. Plays casual with quick play, and that's the perfect solution.
Yeah, but I guess like there's gonna be someone who is super dedicated to their rank on casual.
Well, that's why I think they should put more focus into the competitive system. Make there be like rewards for doing good in the official competitive, kind of like in Overwatch, how you can get the golden guns by playing competitive. Make there a restricted item in TF2 that you can only get by doing good in competitive.
Yeah, you know what? That actually, I just thought of something that could fix like every problem with like that I just thought of about bringing back quick play. Take the casual ranks and apply it to competitive, and then just wipe out like casual, and then
well, the thing is, the competitive is 6v6 format, and the problem with 6v6 is it's very exclusive to a very small niche, and getting into it is exceedingly hard, which is why I think they should focus more on Highlander rather than 6v6. Highlander is one of each class versus one of each class. Simple.
Oh, don't say that too loud. People are already getting the pitchforks and torches.
Yeah, I start hearing a knock at my door with a mob, but like, it's seriously like Highlander. It may take a little longer to queue up because you need more players, but I feel like it encapsulates TF2 better, and it's a little simpler to get into because everyone in it has a role. Whereas like in 6v6, if you don't play medic and you're queued with 5 other people that don't play medic, you're fucked. You know, 6v6 you need teamwork. Highlander, you can have like one broken link and still have a decent chain, you know?
Yeah, but everyone's like counter argument is like, oh, but when you kill someone in Highlander, it doesn't feel as meaningful as when you kill someone in 6v6.
Oh, I disagree with that totally. Like a med pick in Highlander is super critical. Same with an engineer pick. But
I think med picks in general are super rewarding.
yeah, that's true. It's true. But I don't know. I think Highlander's a little bit more boring to watch from like a viewer point. I don't know about you. Because like, you know, there's more going on. You can't really focus because there's like less coordination. But truthfully, I really think that's how TF2, like at least competitively, is designed to be played.
It's the best middle ground to make competitive friendly to casual players and also make it friendly to competitive players.
Yeah.
It's just to have it be a Highlander setup.
And I would say objectively, competitive players are just more toxic than casual players. Not always, not always, but objectively. I don't know, but that's just my opinion maybe. So like a lot of the Sixes players loathe Highlander, you know? And that's I think a huge divide. Because it's like, they don't want both, they want one or the other.
We could probably split in the middle and have it be like 9v9.
That's Highlander.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Highlander's 9v9.
Oh, I thought it was 12v12.
Fuck. No.
Oh god, could you imagine like trying to like do like a shoutcast or something for
12v12?
for a 12v12 match?
9v9, like Highlander is already hard enough to shoutcast, but like that's why I think it's one of each class. I just think it'd be the best. But truthfully, the perfect solution is having both Sixes and Highlander, just allowing people to queue up for them separately.
Yeah.
And like, because if you remove casuals are pretty much already 9v9. Almost, like, you know, 12v12 with only 3 players difference on a team. It's pretty close to Highlander, you know?
And usually those 3 players are idle.
You're right. So, like...
so it usually is already a 9v9 situation.
Yeah, it's almost... Yeah, exactly. That's why I feel like that'd be a nice transition. And then from there, they can get into Sixes once they refine their skills in their main, you know?
Yeah.
But it's, you know, not gonna happen.
Yeah, I will admit, though, we have diverted a little bit from the subject, but that's alright. I'm not gonna get upset about it.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I encourage, just like evolution of the conversation so that we don't sit here for 5 minutes like, what are we talking about?
Yeah, well, honestly, I'd prefer an update that fixed these systems rather than a heavy update.
Yeah.
Which I know
you were saying in your latest video that you think that the heavy update is going to be packaged in with the Halloween update.
Oh,
like
almost definitely.
Jungle Inferno?
Like,
yeah, I was just worried that, like, okay, well, if they do that, then that means the heavy update is going to be way smaller than Jungle Inferno.
No, I mean, the Jungle Inferno, that's exactly what they did.
Yeah.
No, they packaged the Jungle Inferno with a Halloween update. That's what they did.
Yeah, but at the same time, like, less time has happened in between Jungle Inferno and, like, by the time, like, Halloween rolls around than when Meet Your Match in between Jungle Inferno.
I mean, it's pretty much almost the same amount of time, especially considering most of the things being implemented are, like, community-made.
That's a good point. Like, I always, like, imagine, like, why is it so hard for Valve to just throw, like, to cobble together some stupid hats from the workshop and be like, there you go.
Yeah,
great.
like, it's, come on, there's so many weapons and maps and stuff on the workshop, and yet they just kind of, like, don't. It's like, what? Why?
It's baffling, but I guess it's like, we're not programmers, so we don't know.
That's true. There's probably a lot more thought into it than just that.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen some workshop items where I'm pretty sure they don't even have any models, it's just concepts.
Yeah, I've seen a few of those.
Yeah, it's like, oh. Do you ever go, like, dig deep into, like, the workshop and find stuff from, like, 2012 and 2011?
Every now and again, and usually I find some, like, either really, really good stuff or really, really bad stuff.
I find stuff where it's like, how do they not add this? Like, it matches the established art style back then. It looks too good. I'm just like, how was this not added?
No, I definitely feel you there. Like, there's this one map, PL_corrode. Fantastic map. It has 2 variants too, and it's like super crazy good. Came out like 2013. Hasn't been added.
They don't. I mean, like, community created maps, like, that's a hard business to get into because, like,
especially because this one map, like, once you detonate the bomb the first time, the next time you push it, the map is like different. Like, it's like just textured wise, like it's all exploded and like destroyed.
That's cool though.
It's insanely
I'd actually love
awesome
to see that.
Like, let me find a link real quick.
That sounds awesome. I've always wanted a map like that, where like the map like changes based on like what's been going on in the game.
Yeah, well, I mean, it changes out at once the round resets, so like the second round, but it's still like a really cool concept. Here's the workshop file.
All right, let me check this out real quick before we continue. I'll throw up pictures in the video so that like, yeah.
Like, it's a decent payload map, like, layout-wise. A little bit weird. Like, there's some, like, water parts that don't really fit too well. But just, like, the concept of just everything being destroyed. I think later in the work, like, as you scroll through photos, they have, like, side-by-sides. It's really nice.
Yeah, wow, this could have, like, passed off as, like, a legit Valve map.
I know, right? Like, it's insanely good. Came out 2015, my bad. But...
Still, 2015, 3 years ago.
Yeah, like, how is this not? Look at how many people, like, have contributed to this.
That's... Oh my god, yeah, look at that. That's, like, 10 people?
It's a fantastic map that should be added by now. Like, I don't know how it's
really
not.
good. Maybe it's got, like, optimization problems.
That could be it. I tried running it on a server once and it didn't work. Probably because of the internet, but still, who knows?
Yeah, it's probably optimization problems because this map looks beautiful for a TF2 map. So it's probably optimization issues.
Probably.
Yeah, but you know, going back on topic. So yeah, the worst part, and this topic is more from the perspective of a content creator, because if like you're just playing TF2 casually, it's like that's nothing. Just wait. Stuff will happen, you know. You just gotta wait. You gotta sit and wait. Just play TF2, keep your skills refined, and then just wait until Valve gets off their ass and does something.
Yeah, but still, that waiting is, like, monotonous sometimes. It's kind of like playing the same, like, 2D platformer hundreds of times, you know?
Yeah, but at least when your waiting doesn't disappoint anybody. You know what I mean? Like, because when you're a YouTuber, you're not allowed to wait.
That's true.
You have to make something. You have to push out something, or else people are gonna start drifting away and forget about you.
You're gonna wanna just cut this audio real quick. What were you saying?
Yeah. Oh, I was just saying, like, when you're a content creator, you have to make something. You're not allowed to wait.
Right. Yeah. Like, as a content creator, they expect, like, content regularly, which is very hard to do, just because, like, you got to create the concepts from, like, what is it, like an 11-year-old game at this point?
Yeah, an 11-year-old game that has, like, maybe one update a year.
Yeah, maybe one good update a year. And plus, like, how many content creators there are for this game is absurd, with just the sheer, like, struggle to find something original. It's borderline impossible, you know?
Yeah, I had an interaction with a friend of mine who was like trying to get into doing TF2 YouTubing, and he talked with Hamaji Neo about doing like his own spin-off of the like 10 stages of blank main, and Hamaji legit was like, no, like just no, don't do that. You're like, I want to keep this. And so it's like you have to get defensive about your ideas, because it's like the second that like those ideas like get like sent out to the public, like it's gone. It's not even yours anymore.
Well, I mean, I actually post a lot of my ideas into public, and usually I don't get too many people that copy me. Like I posted my whole like animation talk show a little bit ago, and then like a month or two later, Soundsmith tweeted out like a photo from that exact map I was using. So I was like, oh, okay, well, I guess that project's officially dead. But usually I never see like the ideas I pitch to myself online publicly come back to bite me in the ass. But then again, I'm just open about a lot of shit too.
I mean, I finally got like the confidence to ask you about this because of your video when you were showing like, oh, I had this, you had this talk show idea. It's like, hey, it's kind of a lot like my podcast. Or at least that's what my first episode would have been like if Source Filmmaker hadn't corrupted all the freaking pictures I used.
Well, I mean, my SFM thing I was doing was going to be more like Eric Andre, like fake.
Oh yeah, I could tell.
Yeah, but definitely, I know what you mean. Like it's very saturated market. Like I wouldn't say market, but like community trying to create something original. Like I thought it was pretty damn original, that SFM. Turns out there's like 8 other people that have done the same thing.
Yeah, do you know of, what's his name? TFG?
No, I do not.
He does an amazing job of that format. He does this, like, entire SFM animation where it's, like, unique animations of him talking, and and he does do serious news, but it's very tongue-in-cheek, and it's... TFG stands for that fucking guy.
Oh, so actually, he did comment on that video.
Yeah, he does an amazing job at, what he does, and I would love to, like, talk with him at some point. But it's like, he's probably got better things to do.
You never know. No, at the end of the day, we're all people. you know?
Yeah, at the end of the day, but you don't know who you're, how are they gonna react?
Well, you can still ask. I'm sure he, at worst case scenario, is just like, hey, get out of here. I mean, it's
Get out of here, you.
hey, get out of here, you. Like, I mean, you'd probably ask and be like, hey, what's your opinion on this? And be like, oh, this is my opinion on that. And you're like, oh, cool. That's, I don't know. I like to think people are approachable, but then again, I have met a lot of people in the community that are very, very non-approachable.
Yeah. Well, I guess you're talking to one right now.
What? We don't have to talk about that. I just wanted to mention it.
Yeah, I know. Sorry.
I didn't say any names either, so don't sue me.
Don't name any names or else. Yeah, no.
What if I name? All right, just censor this part. Like, bleep this out like I'm saying one long name.
Yeah. Oh God, I've lost my train of thought. Yeah, no, but there's gonna be like the most exciting part about being a content creator right now. There's like the one good thing about the content drought is that like once you get that idea, that eureka moment, it feels so much better getting it now than if you were to get it like sometime after an update.
Oh yeah, it's kind of like playing Dark Souls. Like you feel really good because it's super difficult.
Oh yeah, but like, when you have like the eureka moment during an update, you immediately overcome with a sense of dread that like, oh God, I gotta do this now. Someone else is probably thinking about this right now.
Yep, you're definitely right about that.
Like I gotta do it. But if you have that eureka moment like during a time where there's like nothing, you're like, oh, I can probably take my time on this. There's no way someone else thought of it. Mm-hmm. Spoiler alert, someone did. Yeah, but yeah, it sucks. Like really,
it does. But like at the same time, it's also, I'm sure the TF team has to be like 2 people, right? Like coders. So
yeah, at this point, we're not even getting updates on how many people are left.
Yeah, there's so few people working on the game. You gotta expect it to take forever.
Yeah.
Which is why like people that can branch out, like RT Game, is crazy good. If you can like just do some TF2 and not do some TF2,
It's amazing how well he's done so far, like RT Game.
Dude, I'm so proud of that
He's getting
guy.
millions of views off of non-TF2 videos. Like, that's pretty good.
That's definitely the dream right there. He's got, like, what, 500,000 subs or something like that?
Yeah, it's like, it's almost envious, but at the same time, it's like...
Yeah, I will give you that. It is a little envious. Like, I remember when the guy had, like, 20K, but you gotta remember, it's like, I'm like, still proud for him, because, like, that could be any one of us, Like,
yeah,
one day, you never know. That video you release will just shoot off.
Yeah, like, he and, like, maybe 2 other content creators have successfully branched off from YouTube, but he did it or not YouTube, TF2, but, like, he branched off the fastest and still came off pretty well, like...
Well, yeah, and also, that's, like, I think I would attribute that to his personality. Like, his content in TF2 never was about TF2. It usually was about him playing TF2. And that's why when he did branch off, it was like, it just felt natural,
Yeah, it does feel like when you look at his content now, it's like, I feel like he's had these ideas rattling in his brain like forever, and he just recently had the confidence to like use them.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, sure.
Yeah,
like, that's kind of why, like, for someone like myself who makes guides, it's fucking impossible for me to, like, branch out, really. Because I'm known for TF2. Like, that's it. Not my personality, TF2.
I feel like, I personally feel like you could branch out, but obviously trial, error.
Yeah, well, like, again, I'm probably just going to end up starting a second channel or something that'll be non-TF2, and that'll be its own separate entity. That's at least my hope.
Yeah, that's probably your safest bet at the moment, but maybe what you could probably do is just, like, gradually start, like, leaking in stuff that's non-TF2 if your second channel does alright.
That's my plan, but, like, I don't want to force anything onto my current subs, because, like, they subscribed for TF2, and I'm not going to, like, hold them ransom, I'm just gonna...
Oh, obviously.
If worst case scenario, just this channel will slow down in uploads a lot, but that's worst case scenario. It'll probably stay going pretty consistently until I die or stop.
Well, I thought of this thing because I had mentioned like how RT Game did it so abruptly. It totally screwed up my whole theory about how you could like successfully stop doing TF2 videos by looking at people like Germa and stuff like that. Germa did it super slowly.
Well, again, I think the reason people that branched out from TF2 did it so flawlessly is because, like, their focus wasn't on branching out on TF2. It was about just being themselves and continuing to make content despite it not being TF2. Like
Yeah,
Germa,
so I guess the guide is...
like Germa, I think
fair.
still played TF2 when he started branching out. Like he just made videos on what he wanted to.
He still plays TF2.
Does he though?
Well, from what I've heard,
that's
still
fair.
plays TF2, and him and Star have like reconnected.
Oh, yeah, I
and
saw that
are
video. That was
starting
really
to play TF2 together again, which is weird because it's like, did you see his April Fool's friggin' live stream? That was a mess.
Stars?
Yeah,
I didn't watch it, but I heard some things about it.
It was embarrassing. It
Well-
was. It was so bad I wanted to make a video about it, but like, looking back, I was like, that probably would have been a horrible idea.
Yeah, I will say this: making videos on other people usually don't end too well. Like,
Yeah,
unless
like,
you do it like
I've
out of
actually-
pure respect.
Yeah. I've actually only made like one video on a different content creator ever since I've started just doing YouTube, and it was Star. But if you were to try to find that video now, you wouldn't because I privated it. I was so ashamed of it.
No, I feel you there. I have a lot of my old stuff privated.
Yeah, I mean, I usually don't like privating some of my old stuff. Like, I don't private any of my old TF2 videos so people can like go back and be like, oh, so he's evolved, kind of. So,
I feel you.
so I usually am kind of against privating stuff. The only stuff I privated was back when I was trying to be like a Leafy Pyrocynical clone, and I was playing like Counter-Strike Go and stuff like that. That's the only stuff I've actually privated, and then like the Star video. That's like stuff where it's like, I should not have that on a channel with like almost 20k subs.
Yeah, but like at the same time, it's like history, sort of how you grown as a person. But like sometimes it's just so embarrassing. You're just like, I don't look at my first video, please. It's rough.
Yeah, like, well, the thing is with me, it's like I haven't uploaded enough to like bury that stuff, so I have to private it because it would be so easy to find it.
Mm-hmm. I always think I like buried other shit, and then I like go back to like unlisted or private it, and it's just like grown in views, and I'm like, what the fuck? How? What? Why?
I always had this like fear that like if you unlist a video, it'll pop up in people's like it'll pop up in people's notifications as if you had just uploaded it. That's what I was worried about.
That'd be horrible.
People have found unlisted videos of mine somehow. Like, I don't know if it was like in their recommendations or something, and they comment on it and like, how did you find this?
Well, sometimes people find my unlisted stuff through like old Steam announcements, because I post all my video announcements through Steam. So sometimes people can go back and find a link that way.
Yeah, well, there were times where I would like unlist an old video just so I could like share it with my friends. Be like, hey, look how stupid this is, but it would like be through DMs and stuff. So it's like, unless I've got some asshole friends.
Well, I kind of do that a lot too. Like, I make a video, unlist it, and then wait till the good time or a decent time to upload it.
Yeah.
So I feel you there.
Yeah. So, how would you feel? What, like, if the next heavy update were to just come out and it was just all beards?
Oh, all beards.
Yes.
I'd be pretty annoyed. Not gonna lie.
But like, if you think about it, it's probably going to be like that.
It's probably gonna be that. I think every major update, heavy gets some sort of fucking facial hair.
Yeah,
like,
it's so annoying.
It's like, come on. I get it takes time to make, and I get you gotta like. It's like, oh look, I made a beard and 3D modeled it. And it's like, that's cool and all, but like, there's like 50. How many different facial hairstyles do you need?
I never realized how many beards there were in the game until like loadout.tf came around, and then like I would go in and try to make some like cool heavy sets, and it's like, oh my god, there's only beards.
There's a lot. Like, I think at this point, if you randomize like a heavy loadout, you're most likely gonna have a beard on at least 3 out of 5 times.
That'll be like the new spy crabbing.
Randomize loadout.tf.
Yeah, that's the new spy crabbing. If your heavy shows up without a beard, that's like a strike. Oh my god,
It's pretty funny, man.
Yeah, no, but like, who knows? Maybe that's what's taking them so long. They're trying to wait for people to add non-beards for the heavy.
Oh yeah, I actually talked about that in my new videos. Like, there's most likely Valve is just sitting there waiting for like good enough workshop items that they're like, all right, this is good. Like, I'm not saying they're bad, but I'm saying they're like waiting for like the right items, you know?
Yeah, like people got mad about the whole JoJo hat thing.
God.
People got upset about that because it was like, oh, it's violating copyright. Ah, but it's like dude, that's probably like the only heavy thing that was added at the workshop at the time that wasn't a freaking beard.
Yeah, I think it's stupid the fact that an anime hat ended up in TF2, but
It's kind
at
of
the same
dumb,
time
but,
it's different, and like just because it's in the game doesn't mean I have to use it. I can just ignore it. But, like,
yeah, I only use it because it's like that's the only heavy hat I like.
yeah, well, there's so much cool stuff on the workshop that just hasn't been added, and it's so
Yeah.
annoying that they add like that stuff. Like look, right now,
You know that
literally just click down like the workshop, and I see like a police vest, like Kevlar vest for heavy. That'd be awesome. Probably not going
One
to get
thing
added, but it'd be awesome.
yeah, one thing I've always wanted them to add was that revolver for the heavy.
Oh yes,
That big ass revolver. I
really
wanted them
want
to
that.
add that. Like I want them to add that so bad because it's like the heavy secondaries are either all sandwiches or just like a shotgun that's just shittier.
those are
in the
yeah.
stock.
That's literally his entire like options.
Yeah, but if we were to give him like a revolver that's like it doesn't have like a spread, it just has one bullet or something.
Yeah, that'd be really nice, and it'd just make heavy more versatile. Because right now he
Yeah.
has no range. Pyro, who was designed to be a close range flanker, has more range than heavy. It's like
Yeah.
what?
They gave Pyro a giant flare gun for Jungle Inferno, which just made him even more of a pain in the ass to deal with.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah. But I guess we'll just have to wait till the next update.
Yeah, probably Halloween or Christmas.
TF2, wait till the next update. There you
Yeah,
go.
like right now
There's
is
your
definitely
selling
like the
point.
dry part of lacking content. It's right at the cusp before we start to get any sort of details on the next update. And it's just everyone's like biting at the teeth to get any sort of news. Like I'm willing to bet there's gonna be a ton of videos coming out like my theories on the blank update. That's gonna start coming out like really soon.
Yeah, I'm seeing a few of those videos already leaking out, like with ice blocks and stuff like that. They've
Yeah.
already been kind of doing that.
I think
not
even
trending
myself
yet.
with my like where's the heavy update can be contributed to that. So like I'm not out of the loop, but it's gonna happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I don't know. I'd say within this year they're gonna start doing that. If October comes and goes, people are gonna start freaking out.
Absolutely, without a doubt.
Yeah, it's either Christmas or not at all after that.
I definitely feel you there.
And yeah, I guess that's actually a good place to go ahead and close this all up.
Perfect.
Yeah. Thanks everyone for watching. Thank you, Rydercycle, for spending some of your time
It was fun. Anytime, hit me up.
All right, cool. Well, yeah, again, everyone, thanks for watching. This has been the second episode of We Need to Talk About, and I'll see you guys whenever I do another video again.
All right. See you guys. Have a good one.
Bye.